Hey y'all, it's your girl, your favorite spiritual speaker, Neda, coming at you with some knowledge sprinkled with some love. And whew, y'all, man, they looking good too. Couple things has been going on. This retrograde, I decided I was gonna take time and actually just not be on social media like that, not be doing a lot of things, and I decided I didn't want to record, right? And it felt so good. So I'll give you a little update on what's happened between time. A lot of meditation, a lot of time with self. Ooh, that's right here. Let me move the hold on my right. A lot of time with self, right? Actually, oh, and I started going to the gym, the actual gym. Cause I have this is my secondary room. And so I do have my little room set up, my mirror and everything right here. But I decided I wanted to get into the gym, and I got a trainer, cute trainer too, y'all. Ooh. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I started training, started working on my muscles and stuff. And so I feel like I started toning really well in that short period of time, and I'm gonna keep going. I hate the gym. I do. But I'm giving it a shot. I'm giving it a shot again. And I think I'll be fine. So that's my update. Hopefully you guys have been A-okay during this entire retrograde in Mercury that is in Pisces. I know there was a lot of feels in and out. You probably was in a lot of spaces mentally, emotionally. Hopefully you had a good therapy session. If you did not have therapy, you're probably going to need it after this retrograde, because it doesn't end until April, and then we still got the post. That's going to be a lot too. Same energy, just on a lower tone. So hopefully you guys got all your duckies in a row and you were able to enjoy yourself, or at least relax and sit with yourself during this time of confusion, miscommunication, and technology difficulties. And also this retrograde also asks, what are you willing to let go to get to where you want? Like, what are you willing to adjust in your life to get the life that you deserve, or to live the life that you deserve? And I feel like I kind of want to pull off that energy and go from what we can expect in the post retrograde. Now, getting to that, the reason why this page is here is because of using affirmations, divinations, and somatic coping skills to manifest a better overall well-being, right? But I also want you guys to know, as a social worker, I want to use this page, this platform, and any of the platforms as a way to not only show you the connection between spirituality and mental health, but also talking about the emotions and the actual mental health itself that you're experiencing. The breaks, I call them breakthroughs, but the psychotic breaks, right, that you may have, the experiences that you currently may be having. I think it is just so important that not only I touch on the spiritual lens of it in this way, in this manner, but also speaking directly to using stuff like CBT or DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, right? And finding ways to navigate our life, gaining actual coping skills, using the somatic coping skills, and just having a conversation, allowing you guys to be a part of the conversation. So I did get the get-go for a lot of things. I'm not going to say what yet, but I got the get-go for a lot of things. And the part of that series is going to be more of like an animation speech, right? So you see those videos on YouTube that is like recordings of people speaking and has all the flowers and shit and that. Something like that. But I'm actually working with a animation creator to see if we can get them to do it. And I know everybody's like, go on chat. But I think it'd be best to do something like that for Black art to be displayed. And we've also worked out something where I ain't spending an arm and a leg and some coochie head, because you know everything and everybody want it right now. 4 o'clock. So I'm developing some things to kind of get this going. But I do want this to still stay the page where we do a form of tarot with using the somatic and emotional skills and feelings cards. So with that, I'm going to go ahead to my prayer. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please do not be afraid to put it in the comment section, as I will come back and reply. I used to try doing within 24 hours because, like, right now I can. But, you know, once I get to a bigger spot, once we, Soul Tribe, grow into a bigger spot, then it'll be a lot harder, and I'll probably have some assistance helping in that moment. But nonetheless, here we go. I call on my higher being, and my spirit team tell me to deliver the most clear and precise message for the greatest good of the collective. I ask that you use me as a vessel to have them get and receive the messages that they need to hear and not what they want to hear for their greatest good. Protect me as I cross all the timelines of dimensions. Protect me from negative, ill intent, or mean, bad energies, entities, or emotions. I ask that if any of those things come my way, that they are transformed into love, peace, power, blessings, and peace. If it cannot be transmuted, I ask to be to return and send it 10,000-fold. Thank you, Ashe. Divine truth flows in alignment here. Calling them, calling them, calling them, calling them, calling them, calling them. Hey, I don't know why I started dancing, but I just did. Okay, so we're going to look at what is the current emotions. Hold on, y'all. I know I always, when I see myself, I always got to, you know, you got to look good and she on camera, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so y'all can see the waistline. So, yeah, period. Okay, so what's the emotions of the collective during this retrograde? What is the emotions of the collective? And honestly, it could be for multiple people, right? Because this at peace flipped out sideways, that came out first, right? But then the thing that flipped over, like it flipped itself, was anger, right? And then as I kept going, what fell was you are deserving and optimism. So maybe you aren't at peace. What I'm getting is because the way that it fell, it's like it's something, I chased it. Like I was, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like someone is not totally at peace during this retrograde, and you may have experienced some anger, and you're trying to get to a place of optimism and know that you are deserving of good things. Maybe you're second guessing. You've been second guessing, or maybe you got to a point you got tired of second guessing. That's what I'm getting from that. So I'm going to pull from that energy. I'm going to put these two together like this because they came together that way. Ooh. I'm going to pull from the box of emotions, actually. There's something in here that I need to see and I need to pull out. And I don't know what, but I'm just going to see. What about this retrograde? Another chase. I didn't see it, so I'm not going to take it. I think my finger just pushed it in. I'm not going to be one of them readers or spiritualists who force that shit out. No, baby. Whatever comes out, comes out. I ain't going to keep playing. Now, if I don't get squiddly dot, I might have to push it. Expected through, we feel that someone's misfortune. Ooh. We want to see people miserable for many reasons due to envy, resentful, rivalry, or distraction. Seeing our competitors fall flat on their faces is gratifying because we think that our own stock goes up when theirs goes down. Part of us wants to see them punished so our own status can be restored. Few of us care to admit it, but we get a kick out of hearing that other people's bad decisions, errant spouses, and ungrateful children. It reminds us. This is Schadenfreude. It's a German word. But the reason why, and it means basically getting pleasure out of somebody else's misery for 1010 on the goddamn clock. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because I think this is two separate energies. And I can't tell. So I really gotta rip out. I gotta rip out the tarot. And I need to see if there's two separate energies. Spirit, is this, you know what? Let me get my other deck. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to go get this other deck because I know tarot, but baby, I need a direct yes or no on this. I don't want to play the guessing game. I don't even know when this came out. I don't even know what happened, but it is a separate energy, and the separate energy is the King of Wands. This is the separate energy, and the separate energy, oh my gosh, the energetic, friendly, funny, free thinking, motivated. Yeah, somebody that's King of Wands. Somebody see you in their vision, and they might be angry because the anger right here, you are deserving and optimism, right? But the at peace was like in all of it. And something told me to put this in the middle. This is two separate energies. One person is angry, which is this King of Wands, and then it's you. You are optimistic because you learned that you are deserving. And somebody is angry because they really wanted to see you go into a bad place. They want to see your downfall. Rather it was because it was envy, they're upset. But they not getting that because you have been at peace. The at peace landed this way. This is this way. You have been at peace. We read this way. You've been at peace in the is mad, angry, because they lack balance, baby. They made poor decisions, poor financial decisions. They was juggling and it didn't juggle right. They juggled in it and they got jiggled out their hands. Followed by the World in reverse. Followed by, what is this? 3, 6, 9. 9 of Cups. They trying to be optimistic. They trying to be optimistic what's going on. But they're lacking the success. And their wishes is coming true. But I don't think it's coming true the way they thought. I don't think those wishes coming through the way they thought is being fulfilled. They trying to reap a reward. They trying to reap a reward. And it's not working out for them. They're angry because everything working out for you. And in my opinion, if everything works out for you, pulling on the collective over here. If everything works out for you when you break up with somebody, baby, they was the problem. I experienced that my damn self. In fact, every single relationship I've ever experienced, I know was a way for my higher being prepare me for the man that is supposed to really be for me. But also on the different side of that same coin, I came to the conclusion that these pieces were meant to happen because I got to elevate. And you don't elevate out of just straight happiness. You elevate out of pain. You know, the concrete roads. You get what I'm saying? You got to go through certain pains and trials and tribulations. And I recognize for me, every single time that I end up ending a relationship or somebody ends it with me, it was really for my greater good. It was really for my greatest good because you really passed up on an earth angel. That's crazy. Anyways, baby, you are no longer in this spot. of anger, of addiction, of you let go of that conflict. You really let go of that conflict. You said, baby, I know I am worthy. And y'all, I am not trying to make this. And I don't think it's necessarily a love reading. I think it's just people in general. Like, this is you. You found peace this retrograde. You are finding peace. You found a spot where you realize, damn, I'm worthy. And I found something worth protecting. Right? And with you doing that, that caused 15 on the clock. That's caused whoever this is, if it's just one person, it caused them to go into a spat. It caused them to try things. They ended up stagnant. They ended up not having success. They ended up not reaping the good benefits. They did it. It's there. What they wished for came true, right? It just didn't happen the way they wanted, right? The dream was to have X, Y, and Z, right? Maybe the dream was to see you fall, right? They wanted to see you fall, but they didn't recognize how quick you was going to get back up. They wanted to see you leave, but didn't recognize how 15:51 on the clock, but don't recognize how somebody else is quick to pick you up. Right? They don't recognize that they put bad energy into you going to school or you doing something, right? Or a job, not seeing that they have a great employee on their hands, and it led you to figuring out you can run your own business. They didn't expect that come up. Whoever, whatever, it did not expect it. And that come up was shown very prevalent to them during this retrograde, baby. Very prevalent. Very prevalent. I'm going to put the tarot away and I'm going to go straight now into what we can say. What are some spiritual awarenesses of maybe... what spiritual awareness, self-awareness, or reflection happened for the collective during this retrograde? That's what we're going to try and figure out. What truths for the collective was important during this retrograde? What truths for the collective was important during this retrograde? What truths were important for the collective during this retrograde? What truth for the collective for this retrograde? Guys, I'm not going to fake it. I don't want to be pulling this. You probably already knew your truth. You probably knew the truth was that you deserve more. You are deserving as hell. Any person, place, or thing that gets a chance to get into your energy is the luckiest by far. Do you see? I hope you see it, baby. I really do. I really do. So let's see if we can get some secret spirits from, some secret messages from Spirit. Okay. Right. And if you want to be at peace, keep going. Add more energy into what you make life. The peace you want for life. What is this? You're very close to getting your wish. Your wish will manifest with faith and trust. Guys, you so close. You so close. You so close to getting what you need. You so close to getting what you want. You so close to being able to get every part of life. Now, the fact that this landed, y'all saw that, right? I know y'all saw that. I know y'all saw that. I know y'all saw that. Y'all see how all three of them landed perfectly on this person, and two right here, one? You see how they did that, right? Thank you, spirits. And the one that's up says, no, this will not succeed. Spirit says to trust your intuition. The path is clear for it to go. This was in reverse. Spirit, should I take these spirit secret messages in reverse? No. So I'm going to keep it upward. The path is clear for it to go. No, this will not succeed. Somebody should have trusted their intuition about some decisions or about the way they handled stuff. To be honest, your spirit team probably told you, don't you mess over that girl, don't you mess over that boy, don't you talk about that person, Don't you not give that employee a raise. Don't you do that. Don't you do that, because you don't know who's spirit team. And I don't know about you, but mine is deep. They all around me. You get what I'm saying? So I can only imagine that somebody thought that something, they didn't trust their intuition, because that was the only one that was flipped down, right? So they didn't do that, right? And then they thought the pier was going to be clear for them to go for it, and recognize that it was not going to succeed. They thought they set up the whole setup for you to be crawling back, for you to be asking and begging or sticking around to the job, right? They really thought and recognized what? That you manifesting everything with your faith and truth. And you really close to what you want, what you deserve, because you've been optimistic. While they've been shallow, while they've been waiting to just try and see you out the door, see you not do well. Anyways, I digress. I really do digress. Okay, let me get some coping skills for those to help them through this experience of retrograde. What can help the collective post retrograde to clear energy, you know. Yeah, I did that because this is where it got stuck. You got to shake it off. Shake it off. So it's 2 to 3 minutes where you just sit and you just like shake it. You just shake your whole body. I actually do this with my clients every single day. I call it the shake it off. Is when we start with our hands, shake, 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 shake. Then you shake your butt. Then you're just going to shake your feet. And what you're doing is you're allowing, one, where most of your lymphatic, throughout your lymphatic system. Those are the main points. Things with your hands, things in your spine, into your back, and then into your feet, right? And that's why it's good to jump. That's why it's good to twerk for the sacral chakra, and it's good to move your hands and clap to wake it up. So I would say shake it off is really good. I'm only gonna take one, and it is the calming sigh. Remember to breathe. We don't recognize the weight of air, and it messes us up every time. You have to do better on that, okay? You have to just remember to breathe. Remember to take a deep breath. Remember to exhale. When you exhale, you're letting out the bullshit. You're inhaling the bullshit you want to get rid of, and this is your way of getting out of it, okay? So now I'm going to go to who this message is for. Then I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to give last minute, final, your ending affirmation card. I never recognized how to deliver that. I'm going to figure it out. We still beginning. Shout out to the 3 followers I got. Subscribers. Who's this message for, Spirit? 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 If you have brown eyes, if you're blonde, brown eyes, European, white, you have some unhealthy habits. You know what they're talking about. You either Hispanic or Latino, Latinx. You have a beard. You have a tooth gap, or you have gaps in your teeth. Wavy hair, pregnant, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're pregnant. It could mean like you're fulfilling something, or average height. So whatever average height is for you in your city, same height as me. I am 5'6" and 3 centimeters. Don't forget those 3 centimeters. Black hair. Let me see. All right, so let me roll the dice. Let me roll the dice. Okay, so now y'all know it's crazy because I look at these zodiac signs. I know them all, but baby, when I tell you, I keep forgetting what they look like. But once I get the zodiacs, once I can figure out that one, I was told one is Scorpio. I promise you, I'm gonna start learning Spanish. So, what's the zodiac of those who should receive this reading? Okay, Aquarius, Pisces, Pisces, Taurus. I also see Aries on here. And Pisces, yeah, and Taurus twice because of the way I see it. Okay, so Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus, Aries. Those are the 4 that should be receiving it. Give me an angel number for the collective. 1010. I got 1010. I got 311. I got 36. 1211. So yeah, guys, I see 1010 though. That's exactly what's up on the board. 1010. So 1010 means completion. You completed something. You did something. You did that. That's what it was. That. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a last your ending card of affirmation. Oh, this was already out. I'm gonna take it. I'm ready to go big, rise up, and step into my power. Guys, you are ready. You took this. Oh, my genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Somebody is stepping into their purpose. They're finally figuring out that they are worth their purpose. You have came and conquered so much, and I'm so proud of you, okay? So keep going, keep being light. Remember that this retrograde was nothing but that. Life continues, okay? Thank you so much for joining me, as always, and I cannot wait to see you again, okay? Peace and blessings.